for the Eagles. Winthrop comes into this afternoon 5-3. And for the Chanticleers, 2-4 to start the season. And away we go here from Conway, South Carolina.
Kevin Easley ripped that off his jersey and didn't throw it at you, threw it to you. I don't even know what it is. Money clip.
Yeah, I don't know what he thinks I'm going to do with this. It's nice, though. Nice little clip or something. I don't know what that is.
I guess he forgot it was on his shorts.
It looks like a money clip is what it looks like. Next time if you want to send some cash over, help me pay for the tuition here. That'd be great. But no, Kelton Talford definitely is going to be the guy that we keep our eye on here for Winthrop. Again, averaging 14 points per game. Along with KJ Doucette. Big-time scorer. Nick Johnson as well. And it's Beasley who gets an early start here for the Chanticleers with a three-pointer for the big man.
Love to see that because he had a tough beginning of the game. Finished amazingly well last game, but didn't have a good first half.
And an answer on the other end for the Eagles. Here's the starting five for Coastal Carolina. Kylan Blackman, John Sanders getting the start again. His second start, Jacob Meyer, Kevin Easley who just hit the three. And John Ogiaco. And Blackman now with a three. And back and forth, both teams exchanging threes. 6-3 Coastal.
We're watching the University of South Carolina. I think they made 16 or 18 of them last night in a win.
Here's Harrison up top for the Eagles. Doucette. Extra pass in the corner to Claxton. Gives it back to Doucette. He's left open. Steps back and he hits the three. So 4 3-pointers here at the start of this game.
They dared Claxton to shoot it because he's not usually going to look for that. But Doucette hit back-to-backers. Know the scouting report. Know who you can go after and know who you can't.
There's Sanders running the point again for Coastal Carolina. Coastal in their alternate home black uniforms here this afternoon. Winthrop in the whites. That shot by Meyer, no good, and Claxton with the rebound.
That's what Claxton does. He's more of a defender and a rebounder than a scorer. Just backing off. They're daring him to shoot that.
Yeah, Claxton more of a defensive player for sure, only averaging a couple points per game. Heck of a defensive player, though. Jump stop in the lane, bounce pass to the corner. They swing it to Johnson. He's a scorer. Misses this one badly on the backside. Offensive rebound and putback won't go. Another offensive rebound for the Eagles. Talford up and in. Count it.
That is what Kelton Talford does. He'll get a rebound, but you saw about 6 different pump fakes and head fakes, and then he scores through contact. He gets in. There's 1, there's 2, and he goes up through contact and scores. He's a really good post player. Not 250 pounds either, just very wiry and very effective around the rim.
Leads the team in scoring. And just to kind of give you a barometer how good this kid is, again, averaging 14 points per game. He had 19 points on the road at Georgia.
They cut that game to 6 late in the game with about 5 minutes, 6 minutes to go and had a chance to upset the Bulldogs, just couldn't pull it off. But, he led them to almost to no moral victories, but they played really well.
And they led for a good stretch in the first half of that game as well. Talford with the handoff to Johnson. Sincere McMahon in the game for the Eagles.
Timmerman in there, they get big with.
Mark Prosser, the head coach for the Eagles. He's going to go, Nate, at least 9 deep, right?
Yep. That's a great move. Double Talford, make him get rid of it. Oh, that's good defense. I believe that's the first shot and clock violation of the season for the Chants defense.
Mark Prosser was over on the sideline saying go, 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 but they just couldn't hear him from the other side of the court. So the turnover gives it back to Coastal down 2.
Giving Talford a quick break here. Interesting.
Well, he subs a lot of players in and out. Sincere McMahon already in the game. We'll see Yoro Diallo at some point, I'm sure. Noah Van Bibber. Alex Timmerman, their big guy who's in the game right now off the bench. Gives him good size, 6'10", 270. Easily rolls in. A couple of early buckets for Easley.
Diallo, they get much bigger, but not the points that Kelton Telfer gives them.
There's Diallo in the corner. Gives it back to Doucette.
Timmerman's a big dude, man. He can do his thing inside. knock you out of your position defensively.
Doucette thought about it. Little size advantage on Sanders. Shoots over the top of him, too short. Blackman pulls the trigger on another one and hits his second of the game.
Shots lightening up from downtown. 4 of 5 now. They're not contested. You're going to make more than you're not going to make.
5 3-pointers combined by both teams already here just in the first 4+ minutes. Strong move. We were just talking about him. Alex Timmerman, the grad student, 270 pounds, 6'10". Good touch around the rim as well.
Bucknell, that's with the offhand too. He gets great position, and then that size, little jump hook, he's so wide in the shoulders, it's impossible to stop.
You mentioned a grad transfer from Bucknell, averaged 11.7 rebounds for Bucknell last year. Sanders trying to get on the board. That one rims out. Ojiako trying to fight for the offensive rebound. Players diving for it. The Eagles come away with it. And now 3-on-3 back the other way. Shifty move and the finish by Johnson.
Big time crossover. Mr. Vital used to say, not Vital. Left a little laundry on the floor there.
Sanders with the answer on the other end.
Did you say something about defense before we started this thing?
Well, we said both teams can score, and this one was going to be decided by the defense. And Winthrop, to this point, actually has been a very good defensive team.
All right, you got to read the scout report, young people. Johnson's a lefty. He's blown by 2 people left-handed for a layup. Can't let him go left.
Winthrop, as far as defensive numbers go, not only tops in the Big South, but 33rd in the nation in points allowed at 63 points per game given up.
It's not because they obviously slow the pace down either, because they don't.
Timmerman no good. Rebound down to Easley.
Because they get in your face and contest every shot.
There's Blackman in the corner. He has 5 points already. Now Sanders resets.
Timmerman's big, but Ojiako's big and a lot quicker. You got to get Ojiako the ball inside.
Meyer jumps up. Double team, has to give it up. Shot clock down to 9. Easley with 7. Sanders now with 5. Down to 2. Step back 3. On the way and hits it.
Now for a lot of teams, that's not a good shot. Sanders has done that repeatedly at the end of shot clocks. A little step back and made it.
Sanders with 5, Blackman with 6, Easley with 5 already here for Coastal, and a 2-point lead rather for the shot clears. And Doucette trying to answer, misses everything. Diallo trying to save it, can't do it.
A little fatigue there. Doucette's a better shooter than that.
It will be Coastal Carolina basketball when we come back. 13:08.
Last game, he turned it around, 16 points and 10 rebounds, and started off hot today. So, one bad game's okay.
Substitutions for Coastal Carolina. Henry Abraham into the game for the first time, replacing John Sanders. And now a turnover. And a layup back on the other end by Kason Harrison, senior guard for the Eagles. Ties the game here at 16.
Harrison slowed down to try to draw the charge. The block, didn't get it, but got the bucket.
Easley jumper, no.
Jimmy
Offensive
Nichols.
Rebound by Jimmy Nichols into the game for the first time. And Meyer pays it off with a 3-pointer.
Jimmy Nichols keeps it alive. Best 3-point you can get is on an offensive rebound because all defense is all around the around the rim. Talfer's not going to do a lot out there. He's going to give it up. He gets it on the low block. He's going to do something with it.
Harrison to Claxton. Harrison thought about the 3. Shot clock at 7.
It's smart. They're leaving Claxton alone, and when the ball goes inside.
Blocked by Nichols. Shot clock down to 1, and that's going to be another shot clock violation against Winthrop. And that will bring us to another media timeout with 11:54 left to play here in the first half by now. But the son, obviously, of the late Skip Prosser, a terrific coach at Wake Forest, and Xavier, who tragically and suddenly passed away when he was the head coach for the Demon Deacons at Wake Forest. But a terrific guy. And has continued the success at Winthrop without a doubt. They did have a down year last year, a very rare losing season, but he's got a lot of guys back and a lot of high hopes for Winthrop again here in the Big South. That runner is missed by Van Bibber. Tipped and away comes Coastal Carolina with the rebound. And a collision on the other end. Jimmy Nichols just ran into Kason Harrison.
Yeah, he tried to get position on the block, and Harrison just got in his way, and he knocked him down. It's a good call. Got to be a little smart and just go run around him. Watch Jimmy Nichols right down the middle, right down there, right in the block. Knocked him over. Pivot, get position on the block, and go get the ball. Once again, when Talford gets it up there, he's probably not going to do a whole lot with it. He goes to work when it's below the foul line, where they got a mismatch now. Got Meyer on Talford.
Van Bibber, no good. Offensive rebound, though, and reverse layup is good by McKelvey. Xavier McKelvey, a sophomore from Charlotte, had 11 points off the bench against Bob Jones University, but only averaging a couple points per game. But again, we were talking about this, Nate. I mean, Mark Prosser is going to go 9, maybe even 10 deep here this afternoon.
He plays a lot. Coach Ellis is all over Granja on the other end. He stood there and watched the rebound. He didn't see anybody out. And they got a bucket because of it. I mean, John Elgiaco is a really good rebounder. But there's a lot of other big guys there with black shirts on. Somebody else has to help them out.
John Sanders comes back in. Meyer is out for Coastal Carolina. You mentioned Ian Granja into the game for the first time. That was tipped out by Nichols, but it will go to Winthrop. Granja, the sophomore from Barcelona.
He's too big not to be a good rebounder. 6'7", 200 pounds. Put your butt on somebody and get a board.
Harrison guarded by Sanders. Underneath to Talford. This is what you were talking about, Nate, doing his work inside the free throw line. Gets it back. Blocked again. Doucette put back won't go. And a foul against Coastal Carolina.
Talford got nothing on the stat sheet, but he created all that because of the second and third efforts.
Jimmy Nichols just smiling. He's like, what else are we supposed to do to try and stop this kid?
Got to get the miss. Doucette, right place, right time. Gets fouled. He's got a motor, man. He never stops inside, speaking of Talford. Double team with two guys much bigger than he is. He's still got them both off.
Doucette misses the first. He's a junior from the state of Georgia, averaging 12 points per game. A transfer from Fort Valley State, a D2 school in Georgia, but he was a conference player of the year last year, averaged 17 points and 5 rebounds a game. He was actually a D2 HBCU All-American last year.
Jonathan Clears, are just not rebounding with an urgency. They're going up and touching the ball, but you got to go up and want the ball. I mean, they're bigger than Winthrop. They may not be stronger than Winthrop, but they got to go up and go get it. Winthrop is playing much, much harder than the shots are on the glass. 13-6 on the glass in favor of Winthrop. 13-6. That's effort.
Doucette backs his way in. Quick spin move and lays it in to give Winthrop the lead.
Well, if you play against Talford every day in practice, you learn how to do your thing inside, and Talford's good at it, and everybody else is as well.
Sanders double team for a moment, has to get rid of it. Now down to Ogiaco. Can't get it to go, but Nichols able to get a couple of fingers on it and tip it in.
Great job by Jimmy Nichols to anticipate the miss. Great rebounders think every shot's going to miss. Go get it.
Back and forth. Coastal with a 1-point lead. Second game in a row. Tough one here for Coastal. Able to outlast USC Upstate a couple nights ago in overtime. Abraham to Sanders. Nichols spin move off the glass. Nice shot.
Before Jimmy Nichols caught the ball, he knew that he had a mismatch in size with Sincere McMahon on him, and he just caught it and laid it up. No dribble, no nothing. Oh, that's a walk. Drag that pivot foot.
Yeah, McMahon came to a sliding stop. Talford again underneath, blocked. Blackman able to save it.
3 guys around him that time. They're not going to give him an easy one. I don't blame him.
Whistle underneath and a foul on Winthrop.
I'd say this game is a bit physical. These refs got to be careful. This thing can get out of control. They're going to call the little stuff because they're going to have to. Watch Jimmy Nichols. Oh, we lost it. We had it, we lost it. And we had it again.
We saw the most important part. The ball went in.
Yes, that's all that counts.
Coastal with a 3-point lead. And free throws coming up here for the Eagles.
John Ojiako just did a very smart thing. For some reason, he's standing on the line. The ball didn't come to him. He walked away. Don't stand there on the line. Get away from it. Walk back. To do in practice, just walk away, come back. Boom.
And Ojiako knocks in the first. That's a good start for Coastal. That was one of really about the only bad news stats that came out of that game against USC Upstate for the Chanticleers the other night was free throw shooting. Coastal was 21 of 31 from the free throw line. Ojiako 1 of 2 here, but tipped out by Nichols.
Nichols got his hands on a lot of balls on the offensive boards.
The effort that Jimmy has been playing with now in 3 consecutive games for Coastal, they got 11, Nate. And that one's banked in and good by Ojiako.
I love it. He went off the glass when he was getting hammered. It's smart. It'll come right back to you. If you miss, they get him the ball point blank range in front of the rim. He's not going to miss. I don't care who's on him. Watch this. He's inside the restricted area. Good hands to rip it off and then just slam it off the glass.
And you know another thing he did that I know you love? None of this going up and down business. He just went straight up with it and backed it in.
Straight up and in.
I know you love that.
Big, strong shoulders. Don't bring it down so the 6'3" guys can knock it out of your hands.
Don't mess around. Just go. Just go. I can literally see the steam come out of your ears when they do that.
Absolutely.
Layup was short, but the follow good by Doucette. Doucette's such a good player. Great size, 6'7", 230, averaging 12 points per game.
Jason Harrison is quick to the rim off the dribble. Oh, look at his fake. Oh, good shot. Just didn't make it. You're right. Jimmy Nichols playing with a lot of effort.
Johnson in the corner. Gets it out to Sincere McMahon.
Without Claxton in there, there's 5 guys that can score on the floor now for Winthrop.
McMahon, quick trigger, and hits a big 3 for the Eagles.
You can see Warren Gill, assistant coach, standing up. You got to get out the shooters. Run them off that line. Don't dare them to shoot. You read the scouting report. Run them off the line.
And a foul against Coastal Carolina. They're going to say that he caught Doucette with an elbow. And for Jimmy Nichols, that's going to be his second. Patino, who's now the head coach at St. John's. And basically what happened was we heard the story when we were doing some games down there in the Charleston Classic on you and I moved over to Sirius XM for that week. And we heard that basically he got recruited over.
He was up there for a visit and saw online that they signed another guard in his spot.
Yeah.
So he said, not for me.
And the Chanticleers and Coach Benny Moss were like, hey, thank you very much. We'll take him.
Absolutely.
So great get for Coastal for sure. And Meyer, as a freshman, participating already. Boy, the Eagles so good on the glass. The rebounding advantage on the offensive end has been tremendous for Winthrop.
10-3 on the offensive glass. Got to realize that's Nick Johnson at 6'4", battling Ojiako at 6'10", and jump ball, but it goes. The arrow points to the shots, but he outfought a guy 6 inches bigger than him.
2-point lead for Coastal, under 7 minutes to go here in the first half.
Offensive rebound is all about want more than size. It's all about, you just got to want to go get it.
There's Sanders in the corner. Guarded by McMahon. Now Easley. Sanders with 7. Spins in the lane and traveled.
They got stuck on that left side. There's 2 players on the right side, Blackman and Meyer. Just swing the basketball, get the defense moving. You get easy opportunities.
Well, that was 2 really good moves by Sanders, a jump stop and a drop step, but you can't do them both at the same time.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah, that's illegal.
And you're right, it was 2 good moves.
Look good, up. Just can't do them back to back.
Split them up, one time, one the next.
Timmerman back in the game. This kid is so good.
Too easy.
6'10", 270, and terrific touch. He had a big game against Georgia.
Yeah. Kevin Easley let him get the ball on the block. When he does, he's too big and too strong. You can't let him have that spot. You got to take it away from him and make him go somewhere else to get the ball.
Yeah, we were watching him in that game against Georgia. I mean, he looked like he belonged at that level.
Oh, yeah, against 6'10" guys that are big-time athletes.
Yeah.
He's not the athlete, but boy, he's effective.
Tie game at 27. Out of bounds off the leg of Casey Harrison.
They take out the big guy inside and put in maybe a more effective scorer, not as big, in Talford. They got nice rotation at Wofford. That's the next game at Winthrop. Just thinking ahead.
Blackman just hit another one. He has 3 field goals and now 8 points for the game.
Got some new kicks on, too. Got some royal blue Under Armours. I like them. A little silver on there. Stepping up a shoe game.
Johnson, Talford. Forced up a shot, gets it back. Another offensive rebound. Blocked again. Meyer up strong. Can't get it to go. Nichols with the tip. No, and out of bounds to Winthrop.
Coach Ellis is looking at all 3 officials like, guys, that was contact. Come on.
Boy, this game is physical.
I guess he said he was vertical. All you hope for as a coach is they keep going like this. Shot's in his zone now. Don't change the way they're officiating. If it's going to let him play the whole game. Shot's in his zone. You got to get the shooters.
McMahon from deep. He will absolutely hit those. Leads the team in threes. 16 coming into this afternoon.
38% from out there. You can't dare him to make one.
He's got 2 already. Winthrop now with a 1-point lead. Meyer, no good, too strong. Here's McMahon again. Guarded by Sanders.
You can back off him now. Oh, nice play.
Poked away by Easley to the other end.
That's McMahon with a big-time quick advantage, but Easy with the great hands, and then gets back to play defense.
And a little bump on the defensive end by Easley. Just a little bump to send Johnson out of bounds and pick up the foul.
I thought he stepped out. He bumped him out. Watch this takeaway. This is their one end, and now you know why you run sprints? Because you got to get back and play 94 feet away, and he does. My man, I'm back. Committed the foul.
Just over 4 minutes left here in the first half. Big South against the Sun Belt tonight. And again, Timmerman with the touch, banks that one in.
Anytime there's a defender on him, smaller than him, he's going to go with the jump hook, and it's an unstoppable shot. I'm telling you, you got to take that spot away from him. Easier said than done, but you got to try to do that.
We've had 11 lead changes in this game. Will this be 12? No, too short. And out of bounds. That will bring us to our last media timeout of the first half. 11 lead changes.
Coach Prosser. That's where you want to let him catch it.
Timmerman, quick underneath. Finishes and gets the foul on Braden McVicker, who had checked in at the last time out for the Chanticleers. And there's no way that McVicker's going to be able to guard Timmerman.
McVicker had him where he wanted him, but he bodied up to him. When you body up to somebody, he's just going to spin on you right there on your beat.
Yeah.
You got to get down in a stance and dare him to make a jump shot. Smart postman in the grad student, Alex Timmerman.
Oh, again, you got a guy who's been playing the game for, 5 years, played at a high level, transfer from Bucknell, and you got McVicker, a freshman on the other end, but that's how they learn, right?
Hopefully. How they learn is what Coach Ellis just did.
Yeah, he's back on the bench.
Took him out.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. You got him where you wanted him. You got him 6 feet off the block. And you let him spin for a layup. And an and one.
And now Winthrop with a 4-point lead. Ojiako banging against Timmerman. Shoots over the top and missed it. Claxton with the rebound. Doucette, strong move in the lane. Lays it in.
Winthrop is going from three-point line to rim too many times. And Coach Ellis is seeing what I'm seeing. You just can't let that happen. I mean, you're playing man-to-man defense, and they're going three-point line to the rim over and over and over.
It's a 7.
But if you talk, you're exacting in who you're guarding. If you don't talk, nobody knows who you're guarding.
When you just want some peace and quiet on the bus,
of course.
Can't get them to shut up, huh? Meyer gives it up to Blackman. Now to Nichols. Back to Ojiako against Timmerman. It's been a fun matchup to watch. 4 seconds on the shot clock, and this time Ojiako elevates and shoots over the top of the big man.
Great ball movement, and once Ojiako got the ball, everybody went to the weak side to get a rebound. That was an excellent offensive set.
Snaps that 7-0 run by Winthrop. Coming up on 2 minutes to play, first half. Claxton fires, misses. Meyer races it down to the other end and walked with it.
He wanted to pass it to Jimmy Nichols. Jimmy Nichols wasn't looking at him. Jimmy Nichols should have been a little wider, but if you're open ahead of the ball, you got to expect the basketball. Myers was smart enough not to give it to him, but he did that 2 plays and the same thing again. And they turned into a travel.
Well, and I feel a little bad for Meyer because what do we talk about all the time with point guards? It oftentimes takes them too long to give it up, right? Yep. He was trying to do the right thing and pass it early.
You are correct.
Talford in the corner, Van Bibber in and out. Talford with another offensive rebound for the Eagles. Skip pass, collision between Doucette and Blackman. Chanticleer's come away with it. Meyer off the glass and in. And now Coastal making a little run. Back to within 2, 37-35 with 90 seconds to play.
Myers has missed a bunch. It's good to see him see the ball go through the net.
Timmerman, little floater in the lane.
Ojiako got lost. He had no idea that Timmerman was that close to the rim.
Winthrop is going to call their
way you have to play him. Timmerman comes in, it's a completely different way you have to play him. And they're both really effective scorers. Zone for the Eagles. 1-3-1. Get to the corners, that's what's open.
Sanders. Too strong on the 3. Whistle, collision underneath. Looks like this is going to be a foul against Coastal Carolina. And it's going to go against John Ojiako, his second.
They're going to take him out for sure with a minute to go. They don't want to get him his third.
So Easley will come back in as Big John goes out.
He's upset with the call, but you can't fault the aggressiveness. Of course, he can't walk off the floor. Now he can, so the official says it.
Harrison at the free throw line, a senior from Beaumont, Texas. And knocks in the first. Returning starter for Winthrop. Made 26 starts last season. Averaged 11.5 points per game. Preseason all-conference this year. And one of many returners for Mark Prosser and Winthrop. They returned 4 starters and 3 top reserves from last year.
That's big. Big South pretty deep as well. Liberty's really good. UNC Asheville's really good. A good friend Barkley Radeball just stepped down at Charleston Southern the other night. Wish him all the best.
How about Jimmy Nichols? Again with that energy and that effort. I mean, literally just crashing to the rim.
Well, when Ojiako comes out of the game for whatever reason, he's the man inside. He's got to be. And he's playing like it. This is a nice catch and just goes over the rim. Gets hammered by Talford. As hard as Talford plays, that's his first foul. With less than a minute to go.
Strong move. And cannot connect on the first free throw. Again, the Chanticleers against USC Upstate left 10 points on the free throw line. They were 21 of 31.
I would think Chants, if they go man, They got Telford and Timmerman in the game. I'd play zone even though Claxton came out, simply because you got two really good post scorers. Now they're going man. They can go either way, Telford or Timmerman.
Winthrop by 5, 40 seconds left.
Stop here, be big, and then a score for momentum for the shots.
Timmerman, no way. Oh, wow, has done everything inside and now hits a 3 to go with it.
Leaving everybody in the building with 11 points. Excuse me. Each set's got 12.
Timmerman with 14 now. His first 11 were all inside, and that one from long range. 10 seconds left. Sanders over to Blackman. Drives baseline, draws the contact, and the foul on Winthrop, and I think this is going to go against Timmerman. And it will.
Good job by Blackman, who's been really effective from the outside. Just aggressively go to the rack. Heck, they're doing it against you. You might as well do it to them.
First foul on Timmerman. Yeah, aggressive move.
Good job. Winthrop has nobody with 2 fouls. Nobody. As hard as they play, nobody.
Blackman can't get it to go. And for Coastal, the free throw woes have reared their ugly head again here in the first half. Now 3 for 6. And they were so good at free throw shooting last year.
Best in the Sun Belt.
Again with the miss. Talford with the rebound. 4 seconds left for Winthrop. Harrison banks it in at the buzzer. This game went back. Winthrop Eagles out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, 5-3 on the season.
See if the mindset changes defensively for the Shunts, just to play harder. Winthrop's not going to play less hard. They're just not going to do it.
Johnson wide open in the corner, in and out on the 3. Rebound tracked down by Meyer. And Meyer all the way to the other end, coast to coast, has it partially blocked, gets it back, no good. Rebound down to the Eagles.
Hung with it, Meyer did, just couldn't make the third shot. Missed the first one and the second one.
Blocked by Ogiaco.
No numbers. Take your time. Get a good shot. Got a good shot last time. They just blocked it.
Bounce pass to Big John. Working baseline against Talford. Has to give it up. Sanders gives it right back to him. What a move by Ogiaco. And what a smart play by Sanders. Let him repost and feed the big man again.
That's a big-time play across the lane for a layup. He's got great feet.
3-2 strong. Harrison gets it back. Now Doucette, one of the big scorers for Winthrop. He gives it up. And Harrison too short again on the 3. Winthrop shot almost 50% in that first half. Easily against Claxton. And just hammers it in over the top of him.
Alex English used to always say when he's with the low gators, the first thing to do is square up. If the guy defender backs up, shoot it. It's exactly what he did. No fancy moves. Defender backed up, shoot the ball.
Easily coming off his first double-double of the season against USC Upstate. He had 16 points, 10 rebounds. Claxton blocked by Ogiaco again. That's a couple of blocks for Ogiaco here to start the second half.
Never left his feet to block it. But they did a great job of doubling Talford. Surprised Talford with the double. Had to give it up. And then got the block.
Well, we were just talking about Easley 16 and 10
Gets
against
the ball,
USC
defender
Upstate.
backs up, shoot it.
Again.
Simple. No great moves, no nothing. Defender backs up, shoot it.
9 points now. 4 of 7 from the field. Sanders.
Oh, that looked good from this angle. He had a great angle, just a touch long. That's his shot, though.
McMahon had a couple back in the first half. That one will not go. Bounces around, and then the Chanticleers come away with it. Easily thought about it.
Good fake. That's not his shot. He's been good inside. He's really good inside.
Ojiako against Talford, spins and gets the bounce.
Left-handed. You know, shooters, when they're hot, give him the ball. Let me tell you something. He's hot. Give him the rock in the paint.
McMahon turns it down. Doucette strong in the lane. Contact with Ojiako. And a foul.
I think they just called out of bounds. They didn't call a foul. It's just ball out of bounds. He caught the ball and the player went hard to the ground, but
yeah, so no foul.
No foul.
Yeah, no foul. So that is great news, obviously, for Ojiako.
That's a tough one. It looked like he got a lot of other than ball. That's your shooter.
Van Bibber, too short. He has not been able to get on track yet. This time it will be a foul on Coastal Carolina.
I'd like to see that again. I thought Timmerman hooked Ojiako, not the other way around. They called the foul on Ojiako. Coach Ellis got to make a decision now. Watch the right side. He pushed him a little bit, but they're both pushing each other. The way they called the first half.
Timmerman rips it away, gets it off to Harrison. Sincere McMahon again, and this time he hits it.
Just because he missed one doesn't mean he's going to stop shooting and doesn't mean he's going to miss the next one.
19 threes on the season now for McMahon. He's 3 of 4 here this afternoon. And it's an 8-point lead for the Eagles. Sanders with the answer.
Coach Ellis, I think he's going to go zone to try to protect Ojiako here. He is. No, he's not. I thought he was.
Harrison leaves it short. Timmerman on the follow, no good, and a foul underneath. And it's going to go against Easley. Ojiako was in the neighborhood, but the foul is on Easley.
Ojiako went for the block, and then Timmerman was there. So Jimmy Nichols is in for Ojiako now. They might just rotate all three of them to try to obviously keep him in the basketball game.
Alex Timmerman at the line for the Eagles. 5-point lead for Winthrop. Eagles are 5-3 on the season out of the Big South. They've won 4 of their last 5. Their one loss during that stretch was at Georgia. We talked about it earlier. They lost down the stretch 78-69, but led for a big stretch in that game in the first half.
Yeah, that score is not indicative of how close the game was.
Right. And out of bounds to Winthrop. Rebounding advantage has been a huge story in this one. Winthrop with a plus 11 advantage on the glass. You can hear the Winthrop Eagle bench telling Johnson shoot it. He missed it. Claxton gets it back. He can't get it to go. Timmerman has it knocked away. They reverse it back to Van Bibber for 3. Claxton tips it to keep it alive.
3 offensive rebounds in this possession.
McMahon gives it up. Johnson off the glass, no good, but a foul against the Chanticleers. And it will go against Jacob Meyer.
You know, John Ojiako's on the bench, but he's not the only guy that can rebound for this basketball team. He might be the best guy, but he's not the only one.
There's Nick Johnson, the senior out of the Bronx in New York.
Something wrong with that basket. It's got to be.
Yeah, you know, we've talked about the free throw shooting woes by the Chanticleers. I don't think anyone's been real hot from the free throw line, any of the teams that we've seen so far.
Telling you, it's the basket.
Right on cue. Off the heel. Here come the Chanticleers down 6. Easily against Claxton, working baseline, reverse layup too short, and Claxton with the rebound.
And Jimmy Nichols is the only guy in there to get a rebound when he easily shoots it. Blackman's got to get in there. He's got to put bodies in there. That's what Winthrop does.
Johnson got it by Meyer. Tries to dribble around him. Good help side defense by Nichols. Trapped on the baseline. Timmerman taps it to Claxton. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Timmerman. Quick shot, and it drops in. Timmerman now with 17. He has been so good inside. 7 of 8 from the field. He also has a three-pointer. And that one off the fingertips of Johnson. I think they're going to say last touch by the Chanticleers, though. So Timmerman now will come out. Van Bibber comes out. Doucette is back in, and actually will be Coastal basketball. I thought it was last touch by Johnson. McKelvey back into the game also for the first time here this half. Sanders trying to track down the miss and out of bounds.
He wanted a foul. He tried to double clutch it to draw the foul. They didn't foul him. A great move. The lane just opened up. Just couldn't convert.
Chanticleers a good run to start the second half, but now scoreless in the last 2+ minutes. Coastal's actually outscored Winthrop 9-6 so far in this half. Blackman taps it out. This should be Winthrop basketball. It is.
Well, 21-37 on the glass. 16 boards.
Plus 16. And keep in mind, the Chanticleers a good rebounding team. Talford with 2 hands.
Great call from Winthrop to get it to Talford on the block and ISO him. Nobody near him. Jimmy Nichols one-on-one. He spun on him.
Talford's such a special player. Chanticleers trying to answer, can't do it. Rebound to McKelvey. And now Harrison back to McMahon. Short. Nichols, bad pass in and out of the hands of Beasley. McMahon again, and hits this one. And Winthrop is on a roll again, back-to-back huge buckets, and a 13-point lead now for the Eagles, their largest lead of the game. Nichols with the 3 on the other end, and Coastal Carolina wants a timeout. And there's still a long way to go in this
eternity left.
Again, the longest standing rivalry in school history for Coastal is against these Winthrop Eagles. So many huge matchups head-to-head back when both teams were in the Big South. Jump stop by Harrison. The follow is good, and a foul. The rebounds again for Winthrop, the difference.
Talford tipped it on the miss, right back to him. Talford didn't get the ball, but he kept it alive. He's a little, watch this. He keeps it alive right there. A little Rodman-ish maybe with his effort on the glass.
Yeah, I can see it, the energy and kind of that bounciness. Plus 17 advantage on the glass for Winthrop. And again, this coming against a Coastal Carolina team that has been very good on the glass this season.
Well, Coach L's hands are kind of forced here. He puts Ojiako back in the game. He almost has to, because John's been so good inside on both ends, and he's got 3 fouls. He doesn't have 4.
There you see the second chance points. I'm actually surprised it's not even higher.
Yeah, with all the offensive rebounds they have.
But it's doing 2 things. It's 1, giving Winthrop the extra points, and 2, just keeping the ball away from Coastal.
Oh, yeah. Extra possessions. I know Giaco's working hard against Talford. Give him the basketball.
Easily. Kick out. Blackman too strong. Tipped. Abraham comes away with it to Easley. Big game for Easley. He now is in double figures. He's got 12. That makes the lead back to 10.
It's not unique to Easley, but anybody in a rhythm jump shot, you're just a better shooter. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a triangle and 2.
Talford trying to step through in the lane through a couple of defenders and lost it.
He drove right into the triangle.
Ojiako, a lot of contact, no whistle, missed it.
Sure was.
And the ball is going to stay with Coastal Carolina off of the hands of Chase Claxton. And that will bring us to Raiders, so I can circle it.
Yep.
5-0 Rebs.
I mean, that's a heck of a game, and we still have 11 and a half to play.
Easily too short. Ojiako lost it. Last touch, though, by Winthrop.
Don't dribble it. Your feet are so good, and you're so quick. Just pivot and score.
I mean, almost seems like a typo, Nate, in the stats. To look down at the stats right now on our monitor and see offensive rebounds. 22 for Winthrop.
To 8.
22 to 8. Nichols has it tipped and stolen away, but Blackman gets it back. Little floater, nice shot on the baseline. Great touch by Blackman.
Nick Johnson had that ball. Shantz got lucky there, cut it to single digits.
Yeah, again, all these stats that we're talking about were thrown out there, but still Coastal only down 8. Harrison thought about it. Behind the back dribble, now hesitates. Gives it in the corner. Shot missed by Doucette. Timmerman, offensive rebound. Talford. Blackman trying to steal it away from him, but a foul. And now a technical against, it looks like, I'm not sure if it was Prosser or somebody on the bench, but a technical foul was just called against Winthrop.
Yeah, he pointed to the Winthrop bench. Might have been somebody else on the bench, but it's a technical against, well, it goes to the head coach even if it's on the bench.
But he was in that area, but there was such a scrum of players.
And the foul was called on Coastal at that end? Or was called on, it had to be called on Winthrop if somebody objected.
Well, one of our officials has gone to the monitor on the far side just to make sure that everything's sorted out correctly.
Jimmy Nichols said to coach, let me shoot the technical, and I think he's going to let him.
Well, Jimmy Nichols has been the best free throw shooter by far on the team so far. He's 1 for 2 today, but 9 for 13 now in the season.
That's what I thought. The foul was on Blackman, but Winthrop, somebody on the bench said something, and technical foul. Jimmy Nichols will shoot a couple, and then we'll go back to point of interruption.
So Nichols makes another. So watch the top of your screen here.
There's the block.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything on the bench other than just they didn't like the call.
It could have been a coach. Again, there were so many players between us and the bench. I couldn't see who it was, but he pointed towards the bench. But, you know, Coach Prosser was there. His assistants were there. I mean, who knows who was exactly on, but he definitely pointed towards the Winthrop bench.
It's a big possession both ways. They got the double that they want.
And now a foul on Jimmy Nichols.
You got to keep him in that double team to let him out of it. You know he's going to pivot 19 times. Just stay there.
6-point game, 10:45 to play.
It's 3 on Nichols. So that's 3 on Nichols, 3 on Easley, 3 on Ojiako. Win a lot of money in Las Vegas, but not here.
Harrison getting a screen from Timmerman, turns it down and calmly hits the 3.
He baited Easley into that. He acted like he was going to go off the screen, and Easley went under the screen, and he stuck it.
Harrison averaging 10 points per game. He has 13. 2 3-pointers. Ojiako on the other end against Timmerman. Banging against the wall. And Timmerman is going to be charged with the foul, and he's begging the referee for an answer on what he did wrong.
Well, he went vertical, but he hit Ojiako's arms as he went up. You go vertical, you got to stay that way. Watch his arms.
Oh, and he came down too. Anytime you bring your arms down, I mean, boom, you're done. You're going to be whistled for the foul 100 times.
Ojiako's smart going right into his arms too.
I get it. As a player, it feels like you're keeping them straight up, right? But once you start to angle them down, you're done. They will call that on you every time.
John Ojiako is determined to get it in the block and determined to do something with it. Now they take out Jimmy Nichols because he's the third guy with three fouls, excuse me.
How about this stat we just got handed? Winthrop averages 10 offensive rebounds per game. Today, 24 now.
Well, as a coach, I'm sure you talk about it every time. You got to stop talking about it because now you're back in the basketball game. Just do your thing. That's 12 and 7 for Ojiako today. 7 boards, 12 points.
7-point game. 10 minutes left to play. Doucette runs into Ojiako, turns it over. Abraham to Blackman. And he gets the layup. And Coastal not done yet. Down 5. Still plenty of time in this one.
Jealous wanted the and one on that one. Good job by Blackman to cross and try to draw a foul.
Harrison guarded by Easley. Goes over the top of the screen. Same play. Turns it down. Now drives. High off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound down to Coastal.
That was triangle and 2 again, and I don't think Winthrop realized it yet. Look at this shot.
Blackman, what a shot. And Winthrop wants a timeout. Coastal Carolina on a 6-0 run to get Sports Information Director and also a really good statistician.
Absolutely. Yeah. Man-to-man for the shots.
Underneath to Timmerman, blocked by Ojiako, or by Nichols rather. Blackman again back the other way, bumped, and a foul against the Eagles.
Well, they finally did a smart thing on Timmerman. Jimmy Nichols is a great shot blocker. He let him get it in the block, and he just timed it. Because Timmerman's not a great leaper. Jimmy Nichols is with long arms. He just blocks that one, keeps it alive. And Blackman's been the hot guy the last couple seconds, takes it right to the rack and gets Harrison on the foul. Not a shooting foul. Only 14 fouls on Winthrop.
Blackman too short. Timmerman with the rebound.
Can't blame the young man. He's been on a roll lately. Triangle and 2 again.
Johnson left wide open. Misses badly on the 3. Easily get a hand on it. Johnson steals it away. Pump fake. Foul on Coastal.
But Coastal had the rebound and Winthrop slapped it out of their hands.
First foul on Ian Granja.
That is the 7th, so the Eagles will go to the line 1-1. Johnson,
the transfer from New Hampshire. America East All-Conference last year and can't get that one to go.
Excuse me, that was 2 shots. Johnson's got a little blood on the back of his jersey there. See it on the right side?
Yeah.
It's on the back. I mean, as hard as these guys are playing today, doesn't surprise me a bit.
Yeah, it's been a physical game, no doubt. Oh, missed it the second as well. Free throws have been tough today for both teams. Winthrop now 5 of 12. Actually make it 5 of 13 after that last miss from the free throw line. Abraham picks up his dribble, finds Nichols. Nice left-hand hook shot.
Coastal's got a lot of guys on the bench getting a blow because the next dead ball under 8 seconds, they're going to get a timeout. So they just bought a bucket with that one.
It's a 1-point game. Timmerman gets fouled again.
It's on Jimmy Nichols.
Yep, Nichols will pick up another. And that's going to be his 4th. And again, the fouls have been an issue here in the second half for Coastal Carolina. You got Ojiako on the bench with 3. Mentioned Easley with 3. And now Nichols the first to get 4.
It's a 1-point basketball game. Believe it or not.
Timmerman hits the free throw. That makes Winthrop now 6 of 14 from the free throw line. Chanticleers are 7 of 11 from the free throw line.
The reason it's a one-possession game, Shant's 4 of their last 5 field goals good. No field goals last 231 for the Eagles. But they're going to the line.
Timmerman makes them both, and it's now a 3-point lead for Winthrop.
Good possession because you get the timeout next dead ball. Trying to get it inside those Yako.
Beasley to Granja. Too short on the 3. Blackman with the offensive rebound. And Ojiako with the two-hand jam. Makes it a 1-point game.
Coach Ellis can't believe the foul wasn't called against Blackman there on the shot attempt.
In the corner, Deuce set for 3, spins out easily with the rebound. And now Coastal's got a chance to take the lead. Coastal's last lead was at the 4-minute mark of the first half. For the lead, got it. What a run by the Chanticleers over the last 6 minutes in this game.
17 for Blackman.
Coastal now 6 for their last 8.
You know they want to go inside. You just can't foul them when they get it in there.
Winthrop has not hit a field goal in almost 4 minutes. Doucette trying to change that, spins in and out. Abraham's got it, coming back the other way for Coastal.
Time and score, young man. Time and score. Great pass.
Lobs it to Ojiako. Fadeaway jumper. No good. Tip misses.
That's a tough shot. Ball got on the floor and he had to take it and take that little fadeaway. He had great position, just lost the ball. Interesting. Winthrop's going to call the timeout.
Coastal has outscored Winthrop 32 with 17 points now for the Chanticleers, 7 of 10 from the field. Winthrop with 33 points off their bench.
Well, they play a lot of bodies. We talked about that early in the game.
Harrison, no. Offensive rebound, yes, by Doucette.
Because of who was playing who.
Blackman using his body.
Ojiako was at the top of the circle when that shot went up. You can't rebound from there, but he had to guard the guy out there. And that's why the offensive rebound and putback for the Eagles.
Tie game at 68. Blackman to the free throw line for the second time. He's 0 for 2 so far from the stripe. And too short. Coastal 7 of 12 from the free throw line. And that one's good.
Blackman played a lot of minutes this evening too, so he's in phenomenal condition. Career high 23. He's climbing up to it. Triangle on 2 again. Harrison is being played man to man.
Trying to feel his way through the defense. Now they go down to Talford. Splits the double team and lays it in. Big time move by Kelton Talford.
It was almost a triple team. He just knows where the defense is. And he gets away from it. That's a tough pass. He made him come out of the block to get it.
Offensive foul against Ojiako. And Cliff Ellis is livid on the sideline. That's going to be number 4 on Ojiako.
Got to leave him in now.
I have not seen Cliff this mad in a couple of years. Watch it again.
Look at it. Yeah, I don't know if he's in legal guarding position. Yeah, he took it in the chest, but
Doucette hits the 3, and the bench for Winthrop erupts.
You can't go out there haphazardly. You got to go out there and make him get off that line.
4-point lead for Winthrop. Granja trying to cut into that lead. Can't do it. Ogiaco, offensive rebound. Abraham, jumper, baseline, good.
John Ogiaco keeps it alive, finds the open man for a jumper.
Two-point game, 4.5 minutes left to play. Doucette hits another one.
Same place, same guy, same result.
20 points for Doucette. And back to a 5-point lead for the Eagles. And now Coastal Carolina calls a timeout. Well, we talked to
probably till the under 4 timeout.
Yeah, another media timeout coming up.
So you don't want that, obviously you don't want to foul out, but you definitely don't want him to do it because of fatigue. That's good.
Abraham just a little short. That was right on line.
Perfect. We had a great angle. That looked dead on the money.
Yep, I agree with you. Winthrop with a 5-point lead. Harrison with the basketball.
They're playing Doucette and Talford man-to-man. Everybody else in a triangle.
Harrison dribbles out of it. Shot clock at 5. Down to 3. Harrison drives, hangs, missed it, tipped. Another offensive rebound for Winthrop. Doucette, Claxton, Harrison in the corner, and another 3 for Winthrop.
And an offensive rebound to get it.
3 3-pointers over the last 2 minutes for the Eagles, and now an 8-point lead. Doucette with 2, and a big one there by Harrison. Nichols with an answer on the 3. Jimmy Nichols. It has been remarkable to watch his game grow just in the last 3 contests, right? 15 points again tonight.
That kind of effort gets good results. I don't care how good a basketball player you are. He's really good. A great effort.
His season just flipped on its head in that North Carolina Central game.
Yep.
It's been a different player ever since. Shot clock down to 7. Harrison with 5. On the baseline, kicks it out. 2 seconds on the shot clock. That one in and out by Claxton. Put back by Talford. Hitting threes down the stretch. Getting offensive rebounds and putbacks. And Winthrop again with a 7-point lead.
Talford got great inside position on Granger. Watch this. On the your right side as you're looking, and Granger just got stuck behind him. You got to spin on him or something. And when you let him get an offensive board, he's going to score.
Talford knocks it in, a 3-point play. Talford averaging 14 points per game, the team's leading scorer. Just 8 points tonight, making 9 points after that free throw.
Well, because Timmerman's got 19.
Yeah. I mean, Harrison with 16, Doucette with 20, Timmerman with 19, and McMahon off the bench with 12. Easily hits a 3. Coastal trying to hang in there.
It's a great comeback. Got to get stops on the other end. Shots in his own.
Cliff Ellis yelling out 55.
Nope, I thought he's putting his hands up. He's on 55's man-to-man.
Again, shot from the corner. Air ball. Nichols with the rebound. All the way to the other end. Tries to lay it in with the left hand. Missed it. Contact underneath the bucket. It's going to be a foul against Nichols.
Yeah, he wanted to foul on the shot and he kind of grabbed somebody's leg. That's 5 on Jimmy Nichols. Timmerman kind of got in his way. He might have bumped him a little, no call, and then got to call that because of the trip. He wants to foul on his shot. Can't blame him for asking.
Yeah, still voicing his displeasure as he picks up foul number 5, and he'll have to sit for the rest of this one with his team down 5. Doucette makes the free throw. It's been a tough stretch for Winthrop today from the free throw line. Just 8 of 16 until that one.
Well, the best thing the Chanticleers can do here is get a three-point play with an N1. A foul and a layup, a foul and a power move, but you got to do it quickly.
Doucette, another big free throw, makes it a 7-point game.
Got to go quick.
Blackman banks it in.
Good shot.
And the Chanticleers quickly call timeout.
And you got to be careful to give him an open three at the end of the possession.
Harrison speeds it across the timeline. And like you said, just chewing up the clock here with 90 seconds left to play. And now Meyer commits the foul.
Well, they're going to try to extend the game.
Third foul on Meyer. Well, how many times in your coaching career did your team hit 50%, 51% from the field? The opposing team hit about 38 or 39% and you lost.
Well, you look at the rebounds. That's the difference in the game.
Yeah.
33 to 49.
You didn't answer my question.
A lot of offensive lift. Never. We never shot 50%. No, we did. I'm wrong. But no, when you shoot the ball that well and the other team doesn't shoot the ball well, you think you're going to win the game.
Especially by that much, right?
And all the misses, they got a huge percentage of their misses.
You know, and for Coastal Carolina, they've been trying desperately to find some three-point shooters. They've hit 11 today.
Yep. Find them on the roll.
Blackman blocked by Claxton. And the Eagles come away with it with 1:15 left to play and a 6-point lead. Johnson, though, loses it out of bounds. And that could be big.
Good job by Easley in the trap to knock it off Johnson.
Oh, big turnover in Coastal Carolina.
I still don't think it's time to bomb threes. You get an open one, fine. But get it inside, get an and one.
Abraham drives to the free throw line, gives it up to Easley. Works it back into the paint, lost it. Abraham for three, and he knocks in a huge shot.
Everybody stared at Easley. They left Abraham alone.
3-point game, 55 seconds left to play.
You can play this one out. You don't have to trap. Coach Els is saying, no, play it straight. Got to get a miss. Got to get a defensive board if you're the Shants.
A costly turnover has turned this into a one-possession game.
Timmerman in there.
Harrison with 5. Finds Johnson, baseline with 1 second, lost it. Gets it up in time and rattles into 3.
They should review that. I thought they'd review it because it was close.
Meyer with 22 seconds left. Behind the back dribble. Strong move in the lane, off the glass. Counted and a foul.
Wow. Now, make or miss, you have to foul. You have to foul quickly. Maybe one trap and then a foul.
All right, let's go back and look at this three-pointer.
I thought it was closer than people think. Look at this.
Yep, it's out of his hand.
Oof, it was close, but it was out.
Yep.
And if the officials are sure, they're not going to review it.
No doubt about it. Huge shot for Nick Johnson. Johnson averages 11 points per game, under his average with 7, but that could end up being the difference. We'll see. 17 seconds left, 3-point game after the free throw.
Oh, they got
a steal by Meyer. 15 seconds left, shot is up and good! Counted and a foul!
The kid scored over 3,200 points in high school, and he did that. He didn't take a lot of threes. He only took 93s his last year. Watch this steal. That's a defensive back right there, right to the rim. I love it. In an and one.
Hangs and using his body to just work his way around the defender.
Winthrop has a timeout left if they're going to use it. That's Coach Prouch's philosophy, whether you use it or just let him go. Obviously, Meyer's got to make this to tie it, and then you got to play defense.
free throws have been so difficult for Coastal. Can they hit this one to tie it? They can't. It rattles in and out. Ball is loose. Timmerman with a hand on it. Nichols battling for it. And jump ball possession arrow will keep it with Coastal. And now Mark Prosser calling for the timeout. Coastal won it overtime in their last game against USC Upstate. Down to the wire here again. A chance to win it, down one. 9 seconds left and a steal. Timmerman got his hand in there, poked it away, comes up with a huge steal and a big play for Winthrop.
Oh, you had a lot of time. You didn't have to throw it in there like that. You just had to get it in bounds. But there's still a lot of time left. Timmerman overplayed it and did a really good job of stealing the basketball. .58, you could dribble down and back. There's plenty of time, make or miss for Timmerman. Winthrop, interestingly, they're a great rebounding team on the offensive glass. They have nobody in the lane.
Timmerman, the best free throw shooter on the court for either team by far. 17 of 19 from the line coming into today. Hits a big one here. He'll have another one. He's 5 of 6 today.
Coastal does not have to rush this. There's a lot of time.
And he gets it.
Last timeout for the Eagles.
Well, I would assume this probably helps Coastal, doesn't it?
Yeah, as fast as you can, then find an open shooter.
They give it to Meyer, and he is fouled.
Smart
that
play.
answers your question.
Smart play.
But did you foul a little bit too soon?
A lot of time left. I've told you this before. We used to practice missing by crossing both of the guys, which would be Ogiaco and Easley, to get a miss. Got to make the first one to make it happen, though.
And Meyer can't make it. Easley, though, gets the rebound. Kick out. Abraham at the buzzer. It is short. And Winthrop survives here in Conway.
Oh, so close.